Hey, what is up, everybody? We are back with episode number 10, and this is all about tech magic. Let's get into it. So, in this episode, we're going to cover meme magic, embedded sigils, randomized apps, audio drugs, and mind hacking. And with that said, boom, meme magic. What is it? Layered images intent on causing a specific outcome. And by that, I mean you can combine and mix so many different mediums and forms that you can create some incredibly complex symbolic images. And then, if you're of the belief that the more people see it, it's getting charged, um, you're able to put some pretty potent stuff out there. And that goes into the next point because embedded sigils. You can even go as far as sticking sigils into memes and various other sources of digital content. And if it's getting shared and liked and getting views, then that's helping you in a symbolic sense. So, just something to think about, right? It's incredibly easy because there's a lot of different programs and apps that you can use to do image editing and together. And there's a lot of randomized apps, plethora of options, much like the one that I'm using for creating this episode, uh, this slide art rather. It's all digitized, and that's Wamba art. It's pretty awesome. Randonautica is another good one. So what Randonautica does is it randomizes your coordinates. Like it looks at where you're at. I'm sorry, and then it randomly picks a set of coordinates, and you set an intention before you hit the randomize button, and then you go to these random coordinates, and there's supposed to be some kind of synchronistic thing. I recorded something on my YouTube channel at one point. It was all live, and I had said something about twin flames. Like, I don't really believe in it, right? And I had walked into a graveyard, which is where it took me, and there was a candle burning in the graveyard right at the spot where I was supposed to go. It was the weirdest thing ever. I'll put a link to that YouTube video in the show notes because it is wild. Like, I could not believe it. Um, there's a lot of other different random apps that you can use. There's like sigil making apps. There's lots of different cool magic tech if you look for it. I'm not going to name everything here because that's not the purpose of this video. This might be a shorter episode than normal, but the concept is incredibly important to understand. Uh, there's also, I put audio drugs here. It's not the best term for it. It's just really, it sounds cool and it's a good hashtag. So it gets more views if I'm being honest. But binaural beats are something that I use a lot because they can help calm your brain. It can literally put you in an alpha state or a theta state. Um, and it's just by putting on headphones and listening to these sounds, it'll put you in that state of mind. So it can calm you down and make you more creative, all that kind of good stuff. Isochronic tones are another one that's really good. I'm not certain that you need headphones for those. Binaural beats, you definitely need headphones. Excuse me. Isochronic tones, I'm not certain. They also have different properties. And then solfeggio frequencies or something else, which is another audio thing. I don't believe that you need headphones for that either. And they have different healing and energetic properties as well, is the belief. And then mind hacking is if you utilize a mixture of all the previously mentioned methods, you can kind of create your own personalized digital experience. And with how easy it is to edit images and edit video and edit audio, even, you can learn this stuff pretty easily and create your own meditative experiences, or you can do a lot of really cool stuff is what I'm trying to tell you if you really scratch the surface of this. One thing that I don't think that I included in this, and I'm going to do a sidebar on it now, is you also have the ability to do a lot of pop magic. Like, pop magic is when you utilize symbols of popular culture, like cartoons or movie characters or things like that, but you're able to print images of those characters on like cardstock or something on your printer and then put them on your altar, which gives you a resource of having all of these cool different ideas that you can tap into as well. Think about that. Like, it's pretty fun. The conclusion here, though, like I said, this episode's kind of short. Tech magic is easy and readily accessible. Much of it rests on traditional principles such as symbolism and layered images, audio and video enhance ritual and magic. Next episode, I'll talk about some of my weird experiences I've encountered on my journey so far. And I know that I mentioned kind of when I was going through stuff in November, but I want to go back to what kind of started me on this journey and some of the things that I've encountered in that. And then another thing that I want to add before I end this episode is I reached out to a publisher. The publisher is going to be sending me some books of authors relatively soon. I'm going to be able to read the books and then come up with some questions and then have authors on and start doing interviews soon as well. So it's not going to be me doing monologues and riffing as much. It's going to be having authors. It's kind of this same wheelhouse and just a different format. So I'm looking forward to doing that and growing and getting more into an interview type show. So thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Peace.